Heyo, your friendly neighborhood quarter guy here, and the future of Nintendo is coming into focus. This past Thursday, Nintendo released a trailer for the first time unveiling its new console, the one that was previously known as the NX. It is now known as the Nintendo Switch. And I've got some thoughts to offer for it. First off, let's talk about what we definitively know already. First off, the rumors of it being a hybrid were true. Here's how it works. The console itself is on this portable screen. Now, for the handheld version, you snap the two halves of the controller onto the screen to play handheld. If you want to play it on your TV, you take off this controller halves, put it on the controller base, and you put the screen into this little dock, which is attached to your TV, and you play it on the TV that way. Now, this controller is being known as the Joy-Con, and on the base you have the two halves of the main controller on it, and you just snap them off when you need to switch modes. I'd say it's an interesting concept, and the execution looks like it could be pretty good. Next thing, I've already talked about the Joy-Con, but there is going to be a Pro Controller for the Nintendo Switch, which, given the Wii U had a Pro Controller, doesn't surprise me that much. Next thing, it is going to be using game cards, not discs. There is a slot on the main console unit for the game cards themselves. Now, given the advanced technology of SD cards, I don't see this being a storage issue at all. And I'm just glad they're not doing digital only, because really, there are people without internet, so why leave them out? Granted, the people without internet is very low nowadays. I mean, if you didn't have internet, you wouldn't be watching this video right now, so... And, we also know a little bit about the architecture of the console. It's being powered by a custom version of NVIDIA's Tegra mobile processor, which NVIDIA says is on par with their most advanced video cards at the moment. So there should be plenty of power behind the console. Now, during the trailer, they showed various games being played on the system, though I'm pretty sure they're more proof of concept than anything else. The only one that was showed that was absolutely confirmed for being on the Switch is Zelda Breath of the Wild. But they also showed an unnamed Mario game, a Mario Kart game, Splatoon, NBA 2K17, which at least that's what I assume, and Skyrim. So, if anything, it can prove that those games can run on the console, but besides Breath of the Wild, none of those games have been confirmed yet. The only other games we know of are Just Dance from Ubisoft and Sonic 2017. But we should learn more about what's coming to the Switch next year. That's one thing I got a question. I'm not quite sure about the fact that Nintendo is not revealing anything more about the Switch until next year. Granted, the focus is more on Sun and Moon right now, but if the system is sticking to its launch date in March, that doesn't leave a lot of time to sell people on the system besides the initial trailer. Also, a lot of third parties seem to be on board with the Switch, but until we find out what kinds of games they're going to be bringing, that's not going to say much, and I don't know how many of them are actually going to stick. But it does offer some promise. I mean, the lack of third-party support was a huge problem with the Wii U. As for what I think of the system so far, I really like the concept. I mean, the idea of combining the console market with the portable market definitely sounds like a good idea. On paper, at least. Execution is going to be the big thing. And, there's going to be concerns like performance on the handheld in the handheld mode, battery life. Oh, by the way, the main console itself is a headphone jack. Take that, Apple! It's also going to be important to see what kinds of games is going to be on the system, because, to be honest, games sell a system more than hardware, to be honest. But I am looking forward to hearing more about the Switch. Anyways, my 5th anniversary countdown is about to go up, and it may even be up by the time you watch this. As for my Extra Life stream, this past weekend's stream was a disaster. It kept crashing on me for some reason. Maybe it might be my router. I mean, it was a potato router from like at the very latest 2009, probably earlier than that even. But I'm a trooper, and I'm gonna keep going through Extra Life. I've actually convinced got some other friends involved in Extra Life. My friend Omega Snake, he's doing an Extra Life campaign for the Beaumont Children's Hospital in Detroit, so look that up on his channel if you're in the Michigan area and want to support that local hospital. Anyways, I'm gonna try again this coming weekend with probably with a console game. In case you didn't know, the game I was trying to stream this past weekend was Killer Instinct Shadow Lords mode, specifically the Windows 10 version. Yeah, my computer can run Killer Instinct, but not on the best settings. But this coming weekend, I'm gonna try again. This time with the demo of Blaze Blue Central Fiction. And to be honest, the no dub, no buy people don't help matters at all. Anyways, my question of the week. What are your first impressions of the Nintendo Switch? As always, leave your answers in the comments. Favorite comments will be featured in the next episode. Here are last episode's winners. And with that, time for the fourth wall mailbag. Now, as far as I know, there's no way to send YouTube messages via on mobile, but if you're on your computer, go send me questions via YouTube messages. Go to my channel, click the About tab, click the Send Message buttons. I'll answer my favorite questions on the next episode. First question this week comes from Omar Miguel D. Zone, who asks, what are your thoughts about Scizor being added to Pokémon Tournament? I saw the trailer for Scizor, and he looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Don't want to misgender it. But Scizor's attacks... Scizor struck me mainly as a power character, and a look at the updated character select screen pretty much confirmed it. It's a power character. Powerful attacks. Pretty awesome moves. Burst attack looks like it's something out of Gundam. Yeah, the synergy bursts are pretty much full-on anime. It's funny. To be honest, I would like to see a Pokémon Tournament movie or anime thing. But what puzzles me is that Scizor was announced for Pokémon Tournament before the US even got Darkrai on the Wii U version. I'm guessing Nintendo is saving the added characters for an enhanced port of Pokémon Tournament for the Switch. That's only my guess, though. Next question comes from Denzel Rosler, who asks, what's your favorite feature introduced so far in Breath of the Wild? I would have to say the many uses of the bow and arrows. I mean, the game is looking to emphasize the bow quite a bit more than previous Zelda games. And, well, I've seen trailers using the bow, various types of bows various types of arrows for different situations, fire arrows, ice arrows, bomb arrows. Looks freaking awesome. Oh, and then there's also the bullet time of aiming the arrows after jumping from your horse. Looks friggin' sweet, I tell ya. Oh, by the way, Nintendo also confirmed that you cannot use the Switch as like a second screen thing. It's just going to be a single screen affair. The gimmick for the Switch is basically going to be the hybrid, but In terms of gaming, it seems like it's gonna be like straight up gaming, not really focusing on motion controls or, well, they didn't confirm whether or not the thing on the main console of the Switch was gonna be touchscreen or not, but I don't know. Next question comes from Minion of the East, who asks, with the exclusion of gym leaders in Sun and Moon, do you hope to at least want a Dark-type Kahuna/Trial Master? Well, it would be better than nothing. Though if Gen 8 goes back to gyms, I still want to see a Dark-type gym leader. It's been way too long, Game Freak. Why have you neglected the Dark-type in gyms? Next question comes from Shadowlink BDS, who asks, what are your thoughts on Mega Man Network Transmission? It was, to be honest, it was kind of meh. Yeah, it was decent with platforming, but emphasizing the battle chips over the Buster in a standard Mega Man platforming style game kind of felt a little eh. I mean, traditional Mega Man platformers have been about jumping, shooting, and using the various Robot Master weapons, or Maverick weapons in the case of the X series, but emphasizing the battle chips doesn't seem to quite fit as well as I would have hoped with the standard Mega Man platforming. It's not horrible, mind you, but just kind of eh. Last question this week comes from TRVN Proc, who asks, with the presidential election coming in less than a month, which video game character do you think should be president? Simple. Mike effin' Hagar.